Hey you, today we're going to be talking about Trello. And Trello is a super cool tool that you can use to stay organized. It can help you organize anything you need to do in your life, and I'm going to show you how to use it. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. Welcome to Healthy, Wealthy, Skinny, where we focus on the steps to help you live a healthy, wealthy, and skinny life. I'm Sean, so let's get into our topic for today. Today we're going to be talking about a really cool tool called Trello. And Trello is a tool that can help you get organized and stay organized. And be sure to watch until the end because I'm going to give you a freebie in this video. So stay tuned, watch to the end, and I'll show you how to get it. Let's get started by switching over to my desktop, and I'll show you how to use Trello right now. There are times when you need to be really organized to accomplish the things that you need to do in your day-to-day life. You may need to plan a birthday party for your kids or plan a family vacation. This could be a small family vacation for your immediate family or a really large vacation for your extended family. You might need to plan things like the Christmas gifts that you buy this year or even a business project. This is where Trello comes into play. Trello is a free tool that helps you stay organized. Trello uses boards, lists, and cards, and I'll tell you a little bit more about those later to help you stay organized in any type of project. The best part about Trello is that it is free. You simply go to the Trello.com website, pop in your email address, and get started. Today, I'm going to show you how to use Trello. And I'm also going to give you some ideas on how Trello can help you stay organized. So let's jump right in. Once you sign up for Trello, you'll have a home page that looks something like this. You'll have an icon that'll get you back to your home page, a link that'll show you all of your boards, and then you'll also have cards that are coming up next. And basically these are just tasks that you've assigned dates to, and these cards are going to tell you when those tasks are due. So here you'll see I have a card that says stay organized with Trello, and basically that's my card to film this video, and I can say that it is completed or I can dismiss it from this list. And then on this side of the screen you have your recently viewed boards. So these are some of my personal boards and public boards on Trello. And last but not least, you have your link to create a new board. So let's start by creating our first board, and I can give you a better overview of how Trello can help you stay organized. So I'm going to click here, create a board. I'm going to add a board title, and for this example, I'm going to do a simple to-do list. And I can make this board private or public, and I'm going to leave it as private, and then I can choose different board backgrounds. And I'm just going to choose this one. And then I'm going to say create board. And here we have our first Trello board. I'm going to close this menu because we don't need it right now. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to start my first list. So you can think of a list as a way to group the things that you need to do. So for example, my first list is just going to be all tasks. So this list is just going to hold anything by default that I need to do this week. And then for this example, I'm going to be really simple and I'm going to group my lists by days. So I'm just going to say Monday as a list. I'm going to make Tuesday as a list. And I would keep going. And then I'm just going to do a completed list. And this list is going to hold all of the cards that I am done with. And you'll see where I'm going with this. Okay, now that we have our list created, we can have cards. And you can think of a card as an individual task. So let's say this week I need to get my car washed. So I'm going to make that a card. And then I might have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to add that as a card. And let's say I have a photography class this week. So I'll make that a card. And then maybe my daughter has a parent night this week at her school. Okay, so now we have a few tasks that we need to do. And let's say I would like to wash my car. I'm going to do that on Monday. So I can drag and drop my cards onto the list that I need to put it on. And let's say my doctor's appointment is on Tuesday, photography class Monday, parents' night Tuesday. So now I have lists with different cards of them, and the cards have things that I need to do on that day. So now let's go deeper into the cards. So let's look at the card for washing my car, right? And inside of the card, there's a lot of information you can put in here. You can give it a description, and sometimes you can leave this blank, or you can put any information you need in here. So try the new car wash, right? And maybe you can even put in the address of that car wash you want to. And I completely made that up. And you can save that description. And you can always go back in and edit your descriptions by clicking the edit button and resave. You have your activity list, and this could be any kind of notes that you want to put on here. And I'm just going to make up something. Leave work at noon, right? Keep your mind open with this feature because you can use this to put any type of notes that you might need to put on this card. And if you have different members that might be looking at this card with you, you guys can leave notes to each other. So the activity list can be used any way you want to. Another great feature on cards is the label. And labels, again, can be used as color coding systems for any way you want to do it. So sometimes you might say, okay, let's take the green label and say that is something that is, let's say it is something that's done, right? And then you can say the yellow label is something that is on hold. And maybe your red label is something that is important. And let's say your blue label can be something that you're stuck on, right? And you can use these anywhere you want to. So I have the green label checked, meaning car wash is done, but it's not necessarily done. Right now, we just have it, and I'm not going to put a label on it. I'll add a label later. The next thing that's really cool about Trello is that you can add checklists to items. And I'm going to show you a really cool way to use checklists in another example, but hold on to this thought that you can use checklists. And then you can also use due dates. So for due dates, let's say I'm saying that on Monday I want to get my car washed. So I'm just going to go to the next Monday in the list, and that's going to be the 21st. And I can also have Trello to send me a reminder one day before. So send me a reminder on Sunday that on Monday I need to get my car washed. And we're going to do that, and we're just going to say save. So now this task actually has a due date on it, and I can click this checkbox if I want to mark this task as done on Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and close this card, and you can see some information on this card. You can see that I've added a due date and added a description and added one item in the activity list. And basically on Monday, I could come in and at noon, I leave work, I go and I get my car washed, and I can pick up my smartphone, open my Trello board and say I got that done and move that to the completed list. Or I can manage this in another way. If I didn't have a completed list, I could leave car wash on Monday. I could open the card, I can say it was completed, and I get a completed tag. And bam, you see I can look at my Monday, I can see all of the tasks that are still under Monday, and then quickly at a glance see what tasks I have finished. And based on that example, I think I'm going to change my completed list to things that I could not do. So there's a not done this week. So now what I would do is, let's say by chance I could not go to my photography class and I wanted to reschedule it. So I might move this over to my not done list so I could go ahead and reschedule it next week for the following Monday. So that's just a simple example of how you can use Trello for a very simple to-do list. Again, you have lists, and they can be any way you want to organize the tasks that you have to do. And you have cards that are going to be your actual tasks on your list. Let's jump into more of a real world example on how you could use Trello to stay organized. So let's say you are planning a family vacation. And here you can see I have a board called HWS Vacation Planning. And I already have a few lists set up. So I have a list for my travel planning, a list to make travel plans, a list for things to buy, and a list for things that I need to do before a trip. And then I have my handy dandy done list. So this is where I'm going to move any card when I'm done with it to get it out of my different lists. So if we think about travel planning, in order to plan a trip, you need to decide where you want to go. You will need to decide when you can go. And you need to look for package deals. So this is everything you might do when you're planning a trip. And I would just go through these items, and as I was done with them, I would go in and check with them and mark them done or add labels. Now let's look at make travel plans. And here you can see I have added a description, and I said at HWS we're all about budgeting, and I talk about making a travel budget. So you can go in here, and your first activity could be to look at your regular budget and see how much you have available to take this trip. So anything that you do in reference to getting this task completed, you can put them in this area. And same for booking accommodations. And this is where you might book your hotel or Airbnb, or make arrangements to stay with a friend or family member depending on where you go. So in this list, we also have things like booking your flights if you're traveling by plane, planning your route if you're traveling by car, arranging transportation at your location. So this is your Uber from the airport to the hotel, or a shuttle that's going to take you from the airport to your cruise port. Any transportation that you need once you get to your destination. And this could also be a rental car. Then we have purchase tickets for events and attractions, and then purchase travel insurance. So as you can see, these are all things that you might do when you're making your travel plans. And I'm sure you can see right off how this list is going to make sure you don't forget to do any of these items. Now, this is when it gets fun. Let's go over to the list where it's things to buy. So this is buy gear for your destination. So let's click into this one because we have a checklist. So in this one, the description just talks about buying gear, and your gear is going to depend on where you're going, whether you're going to a sunny beach destination or to a city or somewhere where there's snow. Each destination is going to need different types of gear. So before you buy, the first thing you need to do is check the weather where you're going. Then we have different checklists. So let's say you're going to the beach and we've got beach gear. So you need to make sure you have your swimsuits, your beach shoes, beach towels, suntan lotion, and things of that sort. So you can see how a checklist can make sure that you don't forget any of the items that you need when performing a certain task. And then here we have snow gear, where you need to make sure you have a warm coat and gloves and heavy socks. So this just gives you an idea of what you can do with a checklist. So let's look at some other cards. Now you've got buy or check your luggage, and this is where you just make sure that the luggage you already have is in good condition, no torn zippers or anything, or buy new luggage. Let's say you don't have the pieces that you need, or you're traveling with the family and you don't have enough luggage for everyone. So that might be in your things to buy list. And then we have purchase travel size toiletries, and again we've got another checklist, and this checklist just has basic toiletries that you might want to take with you. So this is a good checklist for you to use when you are packing your toiletry bags for the entire family. So just another example of how a checklist can help you stay organized. And I'll just click off a few of these so you can see what happens as you go through your checklist. It'll mark it as kind of completed and cross them out. And then when you're on your board list, you can see how many of the items on your checklist that you have checked off at a glance. So we've checked off 4 of these 23 items that's on the list. So that's another helpful tool inside of Trello. And then again, we've got another board list that talks about to do before your trip. So you need to make sure you get your passport, and that's if you need it, and that's something that we all forget to do. Or check your passport to make sure it's not expired if you have gotten your passport a long time ago. You need to do things like request vacation time off at work. If you have fur babies, you need to book your pet care. And one that people don't think about all the time, you need to make sure you pay bills that are due while you're going to be away. No need to get late fees just because you're going on vacation, so you can take care of that. So as you can see, these are all items that you might need to do before you leave. And a lot of them have checklists that you can go through so you can make sure that you do those items completely. And then this is a pack suitcase checklist, and it says, you know, you might do a practice run with your packing a week before just to make sure everything fits. You want to make sure you have your luggage tag so you can put your name and address on your luggage, and give your bags an identifying feature, a scarf, or marking so you can claim it easily at the airport. And you're going to check the airlines for size restrictions. So you can see how these are all really good things to do if you're going to travel by plane, especially if you're traveling internationally. And then there is a great checklist on what you need to pack. Your 2 pieces of identification, a video camera, and now with cell phones you may not need these. Extra batteries, your medications, that's a big one, something to read, snacks. So this is a great list that's going to make sure you have everything you need when you travel. So I'm hoping that you can see how this board is going to make sure that you take care of everything you need to take care of on your trip. And as you finish items, you can go ahead and move them to the done board. And let's say you make all of your travel arrangements. You're done with those things. And you can do things like that, and now they are done. And then don't forget about your labels. So if you are, let's say you're having a problem with something. Let's say when you want to purchase your tickets and events, there is an issue with availability of a certain event or tickets for that event. You're going to go ahead and you can have your red label, and you can go ahead and mark that red, and you'll know that that's something that you need to revisit on your list, and it'll kind of give you a visual indication that's something that needs your attention. So this is a great example on how Trello can keep you organized if you're going on a trip. And then let me show you some other ways. So this is just one for vacation, but let's see healthy living. And first of all, I'll say this template and a lot of these templates can be found on the Trello website as public boards. And at the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to get these. But again, so healthy living, you might want to set a diet goal, or you might want to keep cards of different healthy recipes, or your weekly diet log, so different foods that you eat. You can create cards here, or your workout plan. So as you can see, there are many ways. The possibilities are endless on how you use Trello. Here's another good one. Let's say holiday gift management. I thought this one was really cute that I got off of the Trello site. So you can have lists, and your lists are the people that you need to buy gifts for, the ideas for gifts that you have, gifts that you have already ordered, gifts that you buy in store or that have been delivered, and then gifts that you have already wrapped. So as you can see, you might have for your in-laws here, you want to get them wine glasses. And what's really cute about Trello that I haven't talked about is that Trello will allow you to add images to your cards. So you can see here, you want to get mom a Kindle, and you have a really cute picture of a Kindle. and you can go in here and you can see where we just added a picture file, a JPEG file as an attachment, and it shows us the cover on the pen. And we have a cute label here that says this is a high price item, so you can kind of have a visual indicator of cost when you look at your board. And see here in the ordered list, we can say we've got David this Super Smash Bros. Nintendo bundle, and it's got a date on it, and you can see this is from 2018, but it's got a date on it, and of course you can change all of this. And you can see that you've already ordered this, so you know this is done. And then you can see items here in the bought and delivered that grandma's earrings are already bought, you already have them, and they're probably ready to be wrapped. And once you wrap them, you can move them to the wrap list. And these are the items that you're already done with. So now you have a great visually organized board of everything you need to buy for people. So we still haven't figured out what we want to get from Dad, so we can hop on to Amazon and pick an item for Dad, grab a picture and put it over here in our ideas list, and then as we order it, we can put it over here in ordered, and once it's delivered, we can put it on this board and wait till we are ready to wrap it. And then once we wrap Dad's gift, we'll put it over here and we're all done. And I think I added another board here for shipping. So let's say your gift for Dad. Dad doesn't live in the same state that you live in, and you need to drop that in the mail and send it to Dad. So you can, once you take it and have it shipped, you can put it over here in your ship list. So you can see how this would be a great way to manage all of your Christmas gifts for your large family, and the goal is to have everything either wrapped or shipped and ready to go well before the Christmas season, so everything can be delivered and placed under the correct Christmas trees at the right time. So I hope this gives you another view of what you can do with Trello and how it can keep you organized. So there you go. That's how you can use a tool called Trello to stay organized. I hope you liked my examples, and I hope it sparked you to think of some other ways that you can use Trello. I promised you a freebie at the end. During the video, I showed you a vacation planning checklist Trello board. I'm going to give you access to that for free. Use the link in the description and you can get access to that Trello board. You can copy it into your Trello account and change it any way you like, and you can start managing your future vacation plans. If you like this tutorial, be sure to like this video, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get a notification every week when I drop a new video. Have fun using Trello and staying organized, but I don't want you to leave. I've got 2 more videos I'd like for you to watch. I'd like for you to watch this video right here because I chose it especially for you. And then I'd like for you to watch this video right here because YouTube chose it for you. Have fun watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.